help you dress for your next flight as the peering eyes of a TSA undress you with those full body scanners. Tip number 1, opt out of the default pose. Nothing makes you less attractive than a hands straight up shot. If you have to show what you got, then show them what you got.
Yeah, baby.
Tip number 2, accessorize with a pocket arrow. Make them with tin foil and strategically place them in one of your pockets, like your back pocket. This will let you focus their attention to your best assets instead of leaving it to chance.
Check this out.
Tip number 3, have fun. If you're single and looking, leave a message for one of those cute TSA guys. I tape these magnetic letters on. For example, you could write SF, loves travel, movies, walks, and your phone number. After all, they saw you naked, so the ice has been broken already.
Good day, welcome to the Hub Internet Show. Yes, I did just get back from riding my bike door to door, converting heathens. Stephanie's on the program all this week, along with Damon Green, who's back on the radio. Well, okay, not on the radio. I call him Baby Hermie. If you've ever heard of Herman Cain, Damon is you kind of
look alike.
Exactly, you look alike. Yeah, exactly. That's where it stops.
All black people look
That's
alike.
right where it stops. No. But it's good to have Damon back on too. And I've got to have both of you guys comment on what's going on with the Transportation Security Administration and the enhancement procedures right now, because you fly a lot. Both of you fly a good bit, and this is getting ready. This is ramping up, and up to this point, they've had the naked body scanners. Now they're going to have the COPPA procedures. If you don't want the scanner, you get you get a
rectal exam.
Yeah, you get a rectal exam. They go in for the kill, the cavity and everything else. So, what would you rather, the naked body scanner or get groped? What do you think?
Neither.
Really?
How at the end of the day, have they proven that this is really keeping us safer, the naked body scan or the groping? They haven't actually shown that, it keeps us safer. All they're showing is that now terrorists they focus more on mailing the bombs instead of being part of the bomb.
It's more efficient. Or walking across the border. That's one that's come in pretty handy too. Details. So seriously, how do you prevent that though? How do you resolve that as a woman? Do you just stand on top of a box and scream and yell and make fun of the TSA guy?
No, you just walk in and then the last 2 times I flew, naked body scan. I said, well, I don't think this is fair. Oh, no, they're deleted. Well, no, they're not. Napolitano's actually said they're not deleted.
You don't trust her with the photographs?
Well, I'm a white female Republican that wants to take her money home.
Why the hell would I?
Oh, and I'm straight. So I'm thinking that Napolitano does not want, she'll be willing to throw me under the bus.
She's sitting home at night
and me
analyzing
being naked would be thrown under the bus. So.
You mean she's watching? She's looking for your photos in particular. Is that what you're saying?
Well, because I voted Republican, I'm on the list.
Gotcha.
And I'm a Tea Party person, so.
You've barely been profiled.
Listen, I don't have a problem with the groping or the naked scans. If they have any belief that it's going to make us more safe, I'm all for it. There is a cost to living in this society today, and I don't mind paying the cost. And hey, if it gets me a little excited before I get on the plane, I'm all for it.
But truthfully, you just want to be standing in the right place where you get a shot at
absolutely
the woman right next to you. The woman next to you. As long as you get a chance to look,
absolutely,
we're okay with that.
I'm all for it.
And as long as she's attractive.
That doesn't matter sometimes.
Depends on your level of boredom and depends on
there you go.
Your level of frustration. Now, which I'm not saying you are, but
I am married, so I am frustrated. Doesn't that mean if you're married, you are frustrated?
The two go hand in hand. Do not call the show. Do not call in. We got to bring this up because you mentioned Tea Parties a minute ago. Now, there have been a lot of folks analyzing what happened in the elections last week. There have been a lot of folks for the better part of a year saying that the Tea Party movement is full of racists. And the
I would
funny
agree.
The funny thing is, yeah, I know, and it's the only reason you've stayed away. Otherwise, you'd be involved. I know it. I know you would. But the Associated Press is now trying to analyze the election results, what happened last week, and they're looking at some of the losses that Democrats held, specifically minority Democrats, in a lot of these southern states, and they're looking at a lot of these folks. 19 southern House members lost their seats. Democrats,
White Democrats.
Exactly, white Democrats, and a Senator Blanche Lincoln, Arkansas. There have been a lot of folks that have lost their seats. The argument the AP is giving is that this is just building on the arguments Republicans put forth way back during President Nixon's era that was trying to drive a wedge between white Southern Democrats and the Democrat Party, saying that it was ever since way back when desegregation happened, they've been playing on their frustration with what happened with desegregation, and so we're seeing this come full circle now, and this is why this is. I don't believe this, but do I believe the AP has latent racism in some of their hearts and souls? I cannot judge a book by its cover, but maybe you can. Stephanie.
Okay. So I don't really care if you're polka dot. You're either doing a good job or you're not. I think if you look at some of these people, 14-term from Virginia, another 14-termer, all these people that got voted out, they're long-termers. I think this is really more about why don't we have term limits? Why are we having these people that continue to go up there and take the individual rights away from people? It doesn't matter if they're a Democrat. It doesn't matter if they're white. It doesn't matter if they're Southern. It's voicing we're sick of the same old, and let's get our rights and let's get back to the Constitution.
Why, Damon, why did the South vote against the Democrat Party? And why has this been so overwhelming? Is it because they've gotten tired of the racist line, or is it just because there might be something bigger here?
No, I don't think it's really a race issue. I think I really don't. I think it's a pure matter of people in the South were, just like most Americans, were bitterly upset with Obama and the direction he's taken this country. It just so happens because of gerrymandering that where you have an overconcentration of blacks and blacks vote monolithically for Obama, that those Democrats that represented those areas were able to remain in office. Unfortunately, many of the white Democrats who were in some of the suburbs voted with the rest of America, and that's why those white Democrats are out. I don't believe it's an issue where there's really a race issue.
Yeah.
I think it's just purely an issue.
Well, I mean, going back to before my reincarnation, when I was a black Rastafarian, and really? I will say this: I don't believe, based on that it had anything to do with white Southern Democrats and within a backlash against the Democrat Party. I believe the Democrat strategists have vastly underestimated the appeal of social issues in the black community, specifically religion, gay marriage, abortion, those kind of things. My producer made that comment, and I wondered if he was calling blacks a bunch of chauvinistic, homophobic theocrats. But maybe just the rappers. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, just the misogynistic. Put that in there as well.
Misogynistic too. All right. So, but seriously though, you got to help me out. Do you think it had more to do with the social issues, and people are finally beginning to see where the left falls on these things? And the left's taken over the party?
With regards to this election, I don't believe social issues had any matter at all.
Okay.
I really don't believe it had a factor. This was purely on the direction President Obama has taken this country. It was purely on the economy. It was purely on health care. I would agree with you that generally speaking, folks on the right have underestimated the appeal of social issues of minorities. But that was not at play this time. This time it was all about economics, and it just so happened to be where the majority of America was frustrated with the direction of President Obama, and unfortunately black folks, as I stated earlier, vote monolithically. They retain their allegiance to President Obama.
Yeah. Stephanie?
Well, the one thing I'd like to add is when are we going to address the racism that comes with drawing the lines? I mean, had Sanford Bishop lost with drawing the lines, the district.
Redistricting.
Had Sanford Bishop lost, would the new district that's coming to Georgia, would that been a minority district? I think it would have, because we have 3 prominently minority districts: John Lewis, Hank Johnson, and Sanford Bishop.